Today, we're going to have a closer look at one of my favourite antaresia, the marbled children's python. That's right, a children's python, Antaresia childreni. How did they get the name children's python? Because they only eat children, only joking. They get the name from the scientists who first described them in 1842, John George Children. At the time, he was a curator for the British Museum's zoological collection. The children's python is a constrictor, meaning they have no venom. They use their mouth and body to subdue their prey and consume them whole. Every time the prey breathes out, the children's python gets tighter and tighter and tighter. In the wild, the children's python predates on small mammals, birds, other reptiles and frogs. The children's python inhabits the northern parts of Australia, in the Northern Territory, the northern parts of Queensland and the northern parts of Western Australia. The children's python in its range inhabits rocky outcrops, hills, escarpments, caves and dry forests. The children's python are of various species, laying up to 14 eggs. On average, the children's python is about 70 centimetres long. Colour can vary depending on where you find them, between a light brown and grey, but they are always weakly patterned. But that pattern tends to fade with age. The children's python make a great first pet because of their temperament, and the husbandry requirements are quite easy. You can keep them in a basic terrarium with a heat pad on a thermostat. You can use substrate, either particle or paper. They need a hide to feel secure and a water bowl. You can keep them in a bioactive or naturalistic setup as well. Thanks to Invert Exotics for the picture of his naturalistic setup. Make sure you go give him a follow on Instagram. They also do really well in reptile racking systems. The perfect size tub for an adult children's python is a V70 tub. If you don't know what that tub is, go and Google it now. They are easy to feed in captivity, eating frozen rodents once or twice a week. So when I say frozen rodent, I mean you take it out of the freezer, your rodent, you put it out somewhere to thaw out naturally, and then you feed it to your snake. You wouldn't eat steak that's frozen. Like with any python, the more you feed them, the more they grow and the more they shed their skin. You will know when your python's going to shed because their eyes go opaque, they don't want to eat food, and then they'll go clear and then they'll shed their skin. The marbled children's python, which is a colour mutation of a wild type children's python, is one of my favourites. Originating from the wild, the marbled children's python is a recessive mutation. However, like I've said openly in the past, I think the marbled children's python is more than one mutation inside this animal. We have dark ones, we have light ones, we have ones that are halfway between, we have ones with different coloured eyes. I mean, look at this guy. He has a blue eye on this side and a black eye on that side. And from my experience in talking to breeders from around the world, any animal that has an eye colour mutation, a colour mutation and a pattern mutation has more than one gene at play. Thankfully, throughout Australia, we have breeders trying to work all this out. Just like Steve from Prestige Pythons and Brett Moy from Cool Vibes Reptiles. Make sure you go find them on Instagram and Facebook and give them a follow. And a special mention to Steve Crawford from Prestige Pythons for all the different pictures of the different types of marbled children's. And so from my opinion, and yes, this is my video, so it's my opinion, we are at the tip of the iceberg to what the marbled children's has to offer to the Australian hobby. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. And please take the time to subscribe. Only 37% of you guys are. Catch you on the next video.